Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming to watch another video. If you are new, my name is Vanessa. Thank you so much for coming to watch one of my videos. For today's video, I am going to share with you how I do my brows. I have an old brow routine that I uploaded probably like over 2 years ago. Most of the products I think are the same. The steps are pretty much the same. It's kind of the same. I think I just do my brows a little bit more bold. They're a lot darker because my hair is darker, but basically the concept is pretty much the same. Excuse my background, I'm still trying to figure out where I want to film in my office. I've been moving things around, cleaning up, trying to get good lighting, trying to figure out how I want this room set up. So yeah, it's kind of weird back here and just shit everywhere. If you are interested and you want to see how I do my brows, how I get them to look like this, then go ahead and keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Also hit that ring bell notification so that you are notified every time I upload a video. I am going to be uploading all week. Then next week I'm going to start with a kind of like a schedule. Hope you all enjoy the video. Thank you for coming by to watch. Let's get on into the video. I'm not wearing any makeup on my face. We're getting real close and personal right now. I used to do my eyebrows after I did my foundation, but lately I've been doing my brows first just because I can clean them up a lot better and I just think they look a lot neater whenever I apply them before I go in with the rest of my makeup. Now this has nothing to do with my brow routine, but I just washed my face and moisturized. I wanted to try this Belief Moisture Eye Balm cream that I just bought. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little bit of that underneath the eye. That way this area is moisturizing while I do my eyebrows. That feels nice. It smells good. My brow routine is pretty simple. I only use one product for my brows, a brush, and then some concealer to clean it up. So my brow routine is really simple. It doesn't take me a really long time to do my brows just because I've been doing them this way for a really long time. I can't remember what my previous brow routine video was or what products I use. It probably really hasn't changed much since then, so I don't know if you're even interested in this video, but I figured since it's been a while, I might as well just do kind of like an updated one. I'm gonna start with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Ebony. I need to get a new one. This one is very loved. I always go back to this no matter what. Like I've tried other pomades, I've tried pencils. I can't do the pencils, I don't know why. I like the look of powder brows whenever I'm doing like a no makeup kind of thing. For whatever reason, this stuff is just my holy grail. I don't think I'll ever use anything else. So this is what I use for my brows. And then today for the brush, I'm going to be using the Tarte eyebrow brush. I've had this for years. It's probably one of my favorite brushes for eyebrows. So I'm going to be using this one. And I just take a little bit of the pomade. It's usually a lot creamier than this, but since it's kind of old, it's not. And then I just like to brush through the brow hairs before I start applying any product. And then I start right about here. So that's where I start with the pomade. And then I really just do little strokes underneath the brow, just like that. And I'm following the natural shape of my brow. I overplucked when I was in middle school, so my brows are very sparse. They're not very full, so I really have to fake the funk. Yeah. So that's the bottom of the brow. I just follow, like I said, the natural shape and the arch and everything. And then I elongate the tail just a little bit more just because I like a longer brow. And then with whatever is left on the brush, I take it towards the front of the brow just so it's not as intense, it's not as harsh, and it's a little lighter. And then I'm going to dip back into the pomade, just grabbing a little bit more product, and then I outline the top of the brow. So this is the shape that I usually go for now, and I like to outline the outside of the brow first and then go in and fill it in. I feel like it's just easier for me that way. So I'll take just a little bit more product on my brush. When I start to fill it in, I like to start towards the end of the brow just because most of the product is on my brush at that time. Since I just dipped it back in, I want to concentrate most of the product towards the tail and then slowly bring it towards the front of the brow. And then once I've reached the front area, I like to brush upwards just because I feel like it fades it a lot better. It looks a lot cleaner and just kind of more like, I don't know, it just looks good. So I just take my brush and go upwards. If you feel like you've gone too low or too high, it's okay because we're going to clean that up with concealer. That's why I like to do my brows first. Now I'm going to do the other brow. Hopefully it comes out at least looking like sisters or cousins. As long as they kind of look related, then you're good. Alright, so at this point, once I've gotten both of my brows on, I kind of take a look at them and make sure that they're pretty even. I'm going to go back in with my brush and just add a little bit more product up to the top of this brow. I like to make them as even as possible before cleaning up just because it's a little easier for me, but you don't have to. And then once I've gotten my brows kind of similar, then I'll go in with the other side of the brush and just kind of gently brush through that just to make sure that I disperse the product evenly. To clean up the brows, I'm going to take the Sephora Gel Serum Concealer. This is in the shade Tatin, the number 11 concealer. And I'm going to be using the AOA Studio brush. This is the E111. I'm going to do this one eyebrow at a time, but what I like to do is I just like to dot the concealer just like that. And then same thing at the top. And then I go in with my brush and just start to clean it up underneath. And then drag that down. And then to blend that, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush and then just brush that out. Just to blend it down towards the eyelid, just like that. And then I'll do the same thing on the top. And take my e.l.f. brush again and then just buff that out. Usually I use a concealer pretty close to the shade of my skin tone just because I don't want it to be highlighted up here at the top. You can definitely use two different shades of concealer, a lighter one for the bottom and then one that's closer to your foundation color towards the top. But I like to keep it pretty similar or close, as close as possible to my foundation shade. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. So on this side, I just covered a little bit of my brow with the concealer. So I'm just going to go back in with the brush, no additional product, and just kind of fill that part in. Once I clean them up and outline them, I can kind of see where I need to add a little bit more product, where I need to blend it or anything like that. So I just added a little bit more to the front of this brow and then took the spoolie and blended it out. But for the most part, this is how I do my brows. I'm pretty happy with how they look right now. This is a very defined and dramatic brow. I personally like my brows this way. Obviously, you don't have to do it this intense. You can go light-handed with your product and create a softer brow, but I really like when my brows look dramatic. Usually I don't go in and set my brows as soon as I'm done with them. I like to finish off the rest of my makeup and then set the brows, just because when I go in to use powder, I don't want any powder getting into my brows after I've set them. If I do end up getting any like powder on my brows afterwards, I just take my brow gel or a clear mascara and run it through the brows to set them and get rid of any of that powder that may have fallen on them. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Alright, so makeup is done. I totally said I was gonna do something more like natural and not too much today, but this is what happened. I couldn't help myself. Let me know if you guys want me to film this look. I use the new Melissa Michelle palette and I love the way the eyes came out. As I said earlier, I usually set my brows after I'm finished with my makeup because I get like powder, or if anything just falls on the brows, I want to be able to remove that without messing with what I've already done. So I highlighted a little bit up here and I've got some like highlighter in my brow hairs. So I'm just going to take this Great Lash Clear Mascara by Maybelline. And all I do is I take a little bit off of the bristles just because I don't want too much product on it and I don't want to like put too much product on my brows. So I'll just brush it off and then lightly I'll just brush through the brows. And I know this is mascara, but it works just as well. That is all I do, and I don't dip my brush back in. I kind of just rotate it so that I use all of the product that's on the brush. That is all I do. Super simple, not a lot of products, doesn't take me a really long time. It took me a little longer today because I was kind of explaining the steps to you. But yeah, this is how I do my brows. I love the way that my brows look. That's all for the video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you have any video suggestions of what you want to see. Let me know if you want me to film this look on the Melissa Michelle palette. Also, what type of brow do you like? Do you like the more natural, fluffy brow, or do you like the more structured and bold brow? Let me know down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one.